This is Unleash Your Inner Legend, a podcast featuring modern-day legends sharing their life choices, habits, and routines that got them to where they are today. Get ready to be inspired and to take massive action to unleash your inner legend. Happy Monday, everyone. It's Hollie here. I'm super excited and grateful for you guys tuning in to this week's Monday Minutes. So on this week's Monday Minutes, I want to kind of give you guys 9 tips on how to grow your tribe following. I know right now we kind of have some downtime. We kind of have the availability to reach out to people. I mean, everyone's connected on their computers, on their phones, on their social media, all the things electronic right now just to stay connected to the outside world. So during this time, it's going to be a great time to really be strategic on how you build your tribe and really be intentional on the content and the value add that you guys are currently adding out there. So let's go ahead and kick it off with tip number 1, and that is to be present on the right platform. You'll want to get clear on who your avatar is or your ideal client and really be present where they are. So for instance, if your ideal client is a 68-year-old grandma, Instagram might not be the best platform to be present on. Get clear on who your audience is and get familiar with what platform they are on. A good rule of thumb right now is just, being present on Facebook. I know a lot of younger kids aren't utilizing this platform as much. So if you do have, teenagers or a kid or younger crowd that you're trying to target towards, obviously, Facebook might not be the one. However, Facebook is the most popular platform right now and has been dominating in numbers when it comes to daily users. So just make sure you guys are familiar with the platforms and then also the features of the platform. So for instance, like stories or IGTV, options like that, you can utilize it even more on a platform that you guys are currently on. Next, let's talk about keeping and completing your profiles and making sure they are up to date. So make sure your profiles are fresh. A good rule of thumb is to not go 6 months without updating your profile picture. Make sure your current title or role and the company that you're with is updated on all platforms as well. So for instance, if you are a real estate agent and you recently moved brokerages, make sure you go back to all of your social media profiles, whether it's something you use on a day-to-day basis or just rarely. So, LinkedIn might be one that, say, for instance, you don't log into it all the time. Make sure you go through and, audit your current social media platforms and make sure that they have the correct company information. They have the correct, bio. They have an updated bio. They have updated pictures, so on and so forth. Tip number 3 is going to be brand consistency is key. So the number one thing that you guys have in your control right now is to be consistent with your brand. Know what you stand for. Utilize social media to maximize your personal and professional brand. Be aware of contradictive messages that you guys might be sending out to your audience, though. It's so easy to ruin your authenticity and everything you stand for just by one Facebook Live, some random meme post that you might think is funny, but at the end of the day, it might be complete opposite as to what you're trying to share with everyone. So just be really intentional with what you guys are putting out there and sending, because once it's out there, you guys, it's out of your control. It's so easy to screenshot, to screen record, all those things. So be aware of all that. Next, number 4 is going to be give value and share purposeful content. It's extremely hard, you guys, to sell a high ticket item. So say, for instance, like a $997 a month coaching or $3,000 program to someone when they don't even know how legit you are or who you are. It's like asking someone to marry you before even dating them. It's a little crazy, right? So you have to be consistently asking yourself, does this piece of content help solve a problem for my ideal client? If the answer is no, you might want to rethink what you're publishing. Always add value. It's so simple. And I'm not saying, give away your content or give everything that you have out for free right now. But what I'm saying is you can utilize your current programs, processes, and kind of share an A to B solution. And then maybe your upsell is the B to Z solution. Just do it tastefully and avoid being super salesy, because the last thing people want to do, especially right now, is be sold, especially from an unauthentic way. Next, number 5 is going to be connect with influencers and industry leaders. You guys, this is such a power play and it's such a powerful move that a lot of people don't really take advantage of. So I'm just going to start out with this. No one is unconnectable. You guys, social media is out there. Email is out there. There's so many ways for us to connect with influencers right now. It's crazy. You want to start with connecting with your industry, influencers and leaders. So once you start doing this, people will start taking notice and really will look at you differently. Start aligning people with who you view as respectful in the area, in the industry, and really a sphere that you want to be known in. It could be done like a Facebook Live, a podcast interview, or collaboration of some sort. And the great thing is once you get one influencer, other influencers will start to take notice and start to think, okay, well, this person has to be well known if so-and-so has been working with them or collaborated with them. So make sure you're very strategic and make that list of people you want to, connect and collaborate with in the influencers in your industry. Next, number 6 is going to be using hashtags. And I'm saying this one because I feel like hashtags, some people might kind of think that they're irrelevant, but they're still a thing, everyone. Instagram is obviously the best platform to utilize these on. LinkedIn is going to be another place I've noticed that where hashtags are starting to come, trending, or it shows hashtags that you can search. Facebook, not so much. So just be aware when you guys are pushing from Instagram content to Facebook to maybe clear out those hashtags on those posts. But do your research on what's trending in your industry as far as hashtags goes. You guys can simply just type it in on the Instagram app to see how many currently hashtags there are. Do a mix of, high volume hashtags, like say there's 1-2 million people using them, but then also do a mix of lower used ones. So say a good number would probably be 150,000, 200,000. That way you have more odds of being up on the discover page and people being able to discover you if people are using them, but they're not overly using them. So you're only competing with 200,000 people versus 2 million. Another thing too, when you guys are taking in consideration for hashtags, is ask yourself, what's your ideal audience using for your hashtags? Like who is using those hashtags that you want to go after? So say for instance, your ideal avatar is a mom with 3 boys. Consider using a hashtag that would be geared towards boy moms, or a hashtag that a boy mom would use. Number 7, you guys, is going to be utilizing Facebook ads and promotional options like on Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, all those good things. Just to cover everything, I'm going to use Facebook as an example in this, but you guys can definitely plug and play into other platforms as well. So start by building an audience to introduce yourself. So, what is the number one problem right now that your audience is facing? What's that solution that you have? Maybe it's a free webinar. Maybe it's a free downloadable. Maybe it's a free course. Whatever it is right now that you guys can build that will solve that, start doing that, and then go through Facebook. And then, of course, make sure you're targeting the right audience. So say, for instance, if you are a real estate agent, if your ideal avatar is a real estate agent, you go through there and you search through the demographics of people who are real estate agents, who are with real estate brokers, so on and so forth. So once you start targeting that group of people, now what you'll want to do is take the people who had responded or reacted. Maybe it was a like, maybe it was a click on a link, because now those people know who you are. And now what you want to do is those people who had taken action, now you want to retarget them so that you guys can keep in front of them and, just keep promoting content that's really tailored to them. That's going to be another way that you guys are going to start gaining people. Of course, you'll have to put money behind it, but it'll be in front of eyeballs of people who need to see your content and that you get to select to see your content. Number 8, you guys, is going to be engaging with your audience. Unlike ads, you guys, this strategy is completely free. All you need to do is make sure you are responding to comments on your post and acknowledging those in your sphere. So a simple happy birthday or a congratulations can go a long way when it comes to engaging with your audience. Number 9, the last one, is create a Facebook group. You guys already know, if you know me, that I'm a huge fan of Facebook groups. Create and build your own community around your purpose and passion. Facebook put mega money behind a Super Bowl ad earlier this year, specifically just for Facebook groups. So this should be an obvious play on their end of where they're focused in on 2020. These 9 tips, when utilized correctly, can make a huge impact on your followers, help you really fine-tune your tribe, and gain the attention of those who are needing your help right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Unleash Your Inner Legend. For more inspiration, make sure to subscribe by going to unleashyourinnerlegend.com. We'll see you guys next week.